It looks like it's working, but it seems like it's having issues. Or it seemed like it had issues. But it looks like it's good. Live, live, live. Okay, it looks like we're doing good. It seemed like it had a little bit of a hiccup. Did YouTube not hit one second, guys. We have to make sure everything's working right. Yeah, YouTube didn't get the welcome message. Make sure YouTube works. Yeah, okay. Here's that. We'll do a quick break and solve that when we get in. First things first, that we post to everyone, everywhere. Hello, everyone. That's where. Oh, I got an achievement for posting a message. Hello, how is everyone doing? Let's flip screens, flip cameras. So today we're going to be working on StreamerBot and the various things associated with it. First things first, let me go in. Oh, this is weird. I'm not seeing OBS when I stream, which is weird to me because I generally like keeping track and making sure everything's working. So that's weird. But okay, let me just make sure the show help was working. So it's a time thing when help chat triggers. I call the help command with the get help random. Get help random goes into here, and we get help random here. And then what do we do right after that? We grab a possible random command, and then we pass that all the way through. But I think I have a response. Yeah, fallback response. Did you mean response? Post to all. So I don't know why it didn't post to YouTube. Do it. Let's do a test on not that one. This one. Yeah, it's only posting the tip to Twitch, not YouTube. Oh, there it goes. There we go. It did. It did. It's just having a delay. I bet that's StreamerBot. Okay. So, guys, we are going to try to replace. I should have set some stuff up better. 1 second. You guys are gonna go away. I'm gonna open up my Twitch because I need to show you guys what I'm gonna try to replace, and I didn't think I would have to do that, but I made a mistake. I didn't think it all the way through. So I just need to make sure I don't reveal anything of personal information. Not moderation, monetization. There we go. There we go. And then I'll just have these sites on the fly. But we're gonna try to replace Twitch's ad manager. And my idea is if I can get StreamerBot to basically get the ads, or not get the ad, get the rate of ads. So typically you need 3 minutes of ads every hour on Twitch to do two things. To one, get the most payout of 55% per ad. And the other one is to disable pre-roll ads. So if I can get that working, then I don't need this. And if I don't need this, then I don't need this ad frequency nonsense, which means I can get more advanced ad interactions. So the first thing, and why I had OBS open to begin with, is to try to see if we can get the ads. Let me go. Oh, this is gonna be so mind breaking for me. So let's go into the edit mode where I don't get any details of what my stream's doing. And we're going to use this timer and we're going to see if I can get a timer to tell me how long into the next ad. But I don't, when I was setting this up, I don't think that's going to be relatively possible because the command I was looking for that I was going to try to use, this one, is upcoming command. This triggers an upcoming Twitch ad run command. It triggers 1 minute intervals starting 5 minutes before the upcoming ad, and in turn, it gives you the next ad time. And that's great, except I think this is all connected to the ad manager, which means none of this code is going to be accessible when I turn the ad manager off. So we're going to kind of experiment. And like I said, first things first, let's see if we can get a countdown to the next ad. So we're going to do the bad way first, and then we're going to do a different way. We don't need a group. We're going to call this ad manager. Yeah, we should specify a little bit better. Good naming convention save lives. So we're going to say Twitch ad manager. And I already know I'm going to need this in a separate queue in theory because I'm going to want it to not interact with any other commands. I want it to just constantly be running in the background, basically. For right now, we're not going to... Okay, I'm just hearing a little bit of myself. For right now, we're not going to exclude the action queue because it might come in handy in debugging. But we will have it always run. So that's that. Okay. So now let's get to Twitch and ads and upcoming ads. And for right now, we'll just have it try to guess the next 5 minutes of when the next ad's going to come. Actually, we'll do all of these for now. So now anytime an ad's about to play, we should be able to go into OBS Studios, sources, set text. And we want, yep, default's fine. The scene is going to be whatever scene I'm on. I am on the general chat list scene. And if anyone has any questions, just ask. I have a more complex setup. I think it's just general chat list. I don't think there's a two. Could be wrong. Maybe it is two. No, it says general chat list. I don't know where chat list 2 comes in. Oh, it's part of the old code. We don't care about the old code. So let me just, where in the world is it? Rename, copy. This is timer. That's easy. Uh, okay, this isn't looking good, so we're gonna do a quick test just to make sure that all works. So let's go to core test. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to trigger that test and see if OBS responded properly. And it didn't. That's weird. Okay. Because that is the room we're in. So why is it not working? I mean, I can do that, but I don't think that's going to matter. Yeah, it's like it's not reading that scene. Um, yeah, it's not. There should be text above my head right now, but there's not. That's weird. So let's look into some things. What is this? This is, it looks like your traditional timer thing. Like we have it reading from a file, but we don't need to. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. We had it reading from a file because last time I used it, we were reading from a file. Okay. Can I undo what I just did? No, of course. Text. Okay. So now we can go general cat list. I don't know why it's forcing two, but timer. Hello world. Okay, let's test that. Yep, there we go. Cool. So now if we go back to this guy, we want the next ad, which will give us it in a time format. So let's go jump in there and just go, hey, whenever we get the next ad, we're going to see a time format. It sucks because I don't think I can. Oh no, I can. Cool. What time is that, guys? I can't see it on my screen. Yes, today's date. That's exactly what I wanted. Um, property. So it does have it. It's just not including it. So 11:13 p.m. That is wrong too because it's only 6. Unless it's using GMT time. So let's run that again and see, did we get anything that changed? No. No, it increased by 2 minutes, which that's not true. That's not true at all either. Let's have it, let's open up some scripts and use my custom stuff so that YouTube gets some details too. And we'll do custom bot equals new custom bot. Send in the CPH so it has reference, and then we can do bot post to all. Yep, we need to do CPH try to get logs. That one. Remove the parentheses. And then what do we want it as? We want it out as a string object, and we'll call it next add at. Sure. And we'll say, hey, can you post that in everything and use my account as the primary? So that should be good. Power save. And we can kind of just wait till the next ad comes up for that. As we do that, I want to also start working on clips because I have some theories on clips and I want to get them tested. So we're going to do clips. They'll also be on an all run, and as we're testing it, we'll get things. For right now, we'll just use the test command so that I can trigger it. And then we're going to look into Twitch clips. So we can download clips from Twitch. Oh, can we save the clip? We save the clip. I'm fairly certain we can. It might be C code only. Let's verify that. Twitch clips. We can download clips. Clip. Great clip. It's part of the channel. Makes no sense at all. But fine. Fine. We can do that. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go here. We're going to go to Twitch channel. Great clip. We're going to say test duration 30. A duration can either be a specified value, 5 to 60, or a percent variable that will be paused. This is in seconds, and if left blank, it will be defaulted to 30. Right now, we're just do 30 anyways. And the objective I want to do with this clip stuff, let me see, can I? Yeah, let's get these side by side. There we go. The objective I want to do, why? Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, we'll just do that. Is I want to get it where clips are taken and then I can see how much a clip is. So we can create a clip, and in theory that ran. So now we can go back here, and I'm gonna just create another tab off here and get to my Twitch thing to show clips without potentially reviewing too much data. Clip creator, content, clips. Okay, cool. So we did create a test, and the thing I wanted to experiment with is when I go to edit here, we did 30 seconds, but it actually took a clip of approximately 30 seconds, but it took a clip of the 90 seconds of that conversation, which is exactly what I wanted. So that's cool. So if we go back there, let me open up OBS. Let me get OBS to the way I like it so I can keep an eye on you guys. It's so squished. It's so squished. It's so all cramped. I'm not used to this. I want more space. But okay. So what I wanted to do with clips is I'll give you guys a clip command. So let's start coding up that. So let's get into the script. And we're going to use using URL and then get our custom bot equals new custom bot, which is just a way to access my DLL where I do a lot of my YouTube and Twitch stuff. So then if I do CPH clips, get clips, so there should be, there we go, create clip. So create clip's going to give me some clip data. I give it a title and a duration. The duration, it doesn't matter because I clean up that after stream. So in reality, I can just give it a title. And ultimately, I'm going to want some custom command for this. So let's open up. Let me close out this guy because it's annoying me that's in the way. Let's open up my thing here. That's not it. This one. There we go. And then we'll pour the clips in here as well. So if you ever are doing StreamerBot and you're like, man, I really want to get into like the C#, yeah. If you ever are doing StreamerBot and you're like, man, I really want to get into the C# code, and you have commands like using sub actions and stuff, a lot of times you can scroll all the way down here and get the C# usage and see like how to import it to C#. So in this case, I want a title. I have this program that I use to create commands, and basically it's just a fancy way to connect commands together. So in this case, we are really only going to have exclamation point clip it's going to do a clip, and then it's going to take in a title. I don't think there'll ever be another command for clips. Maybe there will be, but I don't think there will be. So we can get rid of this group. And it's going to be from question mark to question mark amount. So we're going to grab here and go all the way to question mark amount. There we go. Amount we don't need either. So what do we all need for that? It's going to be all the way to the question. So we're going to grab that, get rid of that. So this is going to be flip. I have no clue what's going on. I hear stuff at my door, but I don't know. We're going to do S star. And the only reason I do S star here is so that if you're on mobile and you start typing things and you have like a really good text program, it'll give me a second, guys. What Okay, I'm back. Apparently somebody was using the wrong door. Okay, so like I said, I add a white space. So if you're on your phone and you have a fancy keyboard, sometimes it would take exclamation point as an end of string and automatically add a white space. Automatically add a space, and this allows it where the user doesn't have to hit back, then type clip. They can just keep going with the white space in between. There should be a white space between that. We don't need another white space, so we can get rid of that. We don't need the @ sign. There we go. So now we can go, if it has exclamation point, space, clip, space, and then a thing, we're going to take the alphanumeric. I don't think we want alphanumeric, though. I think we actually want I think any character, really? Yeah, we'll go any character here for now. And this capturing group isn't needed, so we can get rid of that. There we go. So now you type clip, and then any characters afterwards will be the title. So let's name this title so it's easier to reference. You add one white space, and you start typing the title. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's make it any white space. So if you go exclamation point clip and then just start typing your title with nothing else, it will connect together as a title and just drop the clip portion. This can be 1 or 0. This can be 1 or infinite. We could optimize that a little bit, but that's fine. So this is going to be the regex we're going to use. So if we, nope. Yes. So I need to open up my bot code because I don't have that well documented. 1 second, guys. It's either that or I open up another bit of code, but there should be, this is my sound manager. Here's this. There should be a regex input. There we go. Regex import, and it just takes the regex we just got. So we should be able to do bot.regex import. and give it the string, and it just does the magic under the hood for that. I'm actually going to save and compile. We're actually just gonna go to, let's say, math, grab. Yeah, this is the thing I was looking for. Is we want this type of logic. The great thing about when you write code is after a bit, you can start ripping code from one code base to the other. So, oopsie, there we go. And we just replace this regex with this regex, and then we're good. So now we get the match, and then to get the title we want, we can just do match dot groups title. If I spell everything correctly, it will continue working. Dot value. And that will get us the title for the video. So we should be able to just rip that and put that in there. So now if you run this and it matches this regex, it will grab the title you left and put it in. Yep, I forgot to put a colon somewhere. Match. Yes, there's something missing on that. We're going to just rip it from match some more. We need this. We need to use the regular expression library. So we're going to go back into here and use that. And that should fix everything once we find rep. It's searching my computer. And it compiles. So cool. So now let's grab this regex stuff. Compile, save and compile. We can delete this, but now we need to create a command. Oopsie. I don't want the Easter eggs to be visible. Sorry, guys. So we're going to create the clip command. It's going to be a regex. It's going to have that regex. Not ignore. If you do clip command, in theory, I'll give you 45 seconds, because if you clip and then somebody else clip immediately, like I have 90 seconds of whatever you just clipped. So 45 seconds means like the latest 45 seconds has potentially more context. So we'll go with that. And then anyone on shared and anyone on YouTube can do it. And we'll just stick with that for now. And then we go back to the action. And we're going to use my favorite trigger command, actions, clip. And there we go. So now you should be able to find a clip. Before we do that, we're going to do a little bit more data ripping. So there's this thing called clip data, and that's what we kind of want to gain access to. And I have an example that does that already, so we're going to rip that example. It is part of the shoutouts. I think it's this one. Yeah. The reason why I want to make sure I get this is because it took me a while to figure out which library to get clip data from. So I need to make sure I have that library, or else I can't actually store clips. So how to store clips is something like this. Yeah, it shows it here. It took me a while to find that. So we can just grab this bit of code right here. Again, StreamerBot's documentation is on point. If you guys are hesitant on StreamerBot because you're like, I don't know how to code, or I don't want to, or not, I don't want to code. I don't know how to code, and I'm scared it's going to be complicated. StreamerBot really gives you a lot of the built-in tools that you need. So now you're like, okay, but clips have data like creator name, URL, game ID, and stuff like that. This is cool, but how do I know what's in clip? Well, the good thing is, if you go up to the search bar and you type clip data, you'll see classes, clip data. And this will actually take you to the details of what that clip data is. So I think when you create a clip, I should be able to say what URL, what the creator name is, and that should be it. Because if I can say those two things, then I'm happy. So we're going to go back to the code, and we're going to use my bot post to, but this is similar to CPH, send message for Twitch, and then CPH, I think it's send YouTube message for YouTube. This just basically does both of those simultaneously. A little extra ruling behind the scenes to get everything working beautifully, but yeah. So I'm going to do dollar sign. Dollar sign allows us to actually put in like variables into the string. And then we're going to grab this and just see what variables I need to put in. So clip is going to be creator name, creator name, and then we'll put hyphen clip URL. And that should post the clip and its details. You're yelling. Oh yeah. I need to say that I am being myself, don't use a bot. There we go. So now we go back here, minimize this, and I go into the chat and do exclamation point clip. Good day, everyone. It should execute all the code and eventually reply. Doesn't seem to be executing, so let's see if it did run the code. Oh, there we go. It did come out. Cool. So it took a little while, but that's fine. It took a lot. I don't know why there's two commands either, but we also have noticed that the Twitch manager has been queued up a couple of times. Oh wait, it's saying is test, so that's not great. That means it's not showing the queues nicely, but it did show the clip. And if we reload this page, we got the clip, we got the title. It says me, which doesn't prove anything. So if you're on YouTube right now, if you do exclamation point clip, I'm curious how it will handle that. It might still say me. So creator might have to be like tagged into the title. Also, let's see if the link works. Yeah, the link looked like it worked beautifully. Nice. That is great. Because I've been wanting to get it to have it where you guys can add clips both on Twitch and on YouTube. But I want it where like I can later go back with 90 seconds and go like, oh, this is actually where the clip should be, not here. So that'll be nice. Okay, so let's clean up that and then let's look into let's look into the Twitch ad manager, see what's going on. So it should be advertising every 5 minutes or once every 5 minutes. It should be updating the OBS. We haven't seen that in a while. Has this updated? No, it doesn't look like it has. Nope, it has not. So either I'm not playing ads or it's not working. Let's go back to my channel real quick because I do have it where it'll show ads up here for me. So we're gonna pop out the chat, and I'm just gonna put the chat in the little corner so that I can see it. Where in the world is pop out chat? There it is. So we're gonna close out this. I don't need to have a view of myself, but we're gonna just keep this open and kind of active so that we can see when an ad's coming up. There we go. So getting back to the stream stuff. Okay. So this is gonna stay up in the corner. Up there we go. An ad's coming up in 5 minutes. We got a timestamp. We got data, guys. That's awesome. Now, the thing we're printing out is the next ad at. So in theory, in a minute, we should get the exact same message. In 35 seconds, we should get the exact same message we just got. If that's the case, that shows that we are at least communicating with ads nicely, which that will be very nice, and that will prove that something can be done with ads. And we got clips working somewhat now. As we wait, let me just rename this. I don't like it all being all. There we go. Okay, and yep, it looks like we got an updated one, and the time didn't change. That's what I wanted to make sure. Is I wanted to ensure that when it says, "Hey, an ad's about to show," it's gonna be this time. So I bet this is Zulu. I bet if I go to Google and type in or UTC Zulu, whatever, what is UTC time? Yep. So right now it's in UTC, which is fine because all I'm doing is taking a reference. So for anyone who doesn't know what UTC is, it's Greenwich Mean. It's where Great Britain lies. It's where the 0th of time is. So instead of having time zones, a lot of people use Greenwich Mean to do that. So that's what it is. So we're going to start working on that. Sorry, guys, you're about to have an ad in 3 minutes, but you'll get to you'll be in the chat, and I'll try to explain what we have when we get back. Just let me know. Okay, so that's working. That's fine. So now the next task is figuring out how to do ad data, because I need to know what the ad breakdown is. So I think we're gonna possibly pop out a spreadsheet. How do I want to do this? Okay, ads are running on a countdown. Countdown goes to 60 seconds to ads. Yes. Okay. I want to manage ads in their entirety. I have to show 3 ads every hour, or I have to show 3 minutes of ads every hour. The minimum ad I can run, I think, is 60 seconds. Or no, minimum ad I think is 30 seconds. So actually we can test that. Let's not do it on that one. I have a little test bed run here. If I go to run ads, that'd be ads, get ad schedule. Oh, that's promising. Maybe we look into that. Let's see. Yeah, so the lowest ads I can run is 30 seconds. The most ads I can run is 3 minutes, 180 seconds. So I have to have a debt every hour of 180 seconds. Yes. Um, let's look into that one action, the get ad schedule, real quick. Yeah, get ad schedule. What does this do? Uh, pre-roll ads free, pre-roll 3 seconds. So I wonder, does this have a C code? No, it doesn't have a C code. What is? Oh, there's so many little things just to kind of keep my head wrapped around. Okay, Twitch ads. I can get pre-roll free time. That's what I was wondering. Okay, so next thing is let's see if we can get that working. Is instead of showing this, we're gonna do this all in code. So right now we posted it in the chat. That's fine and everything, but really what we want to do is go cph dot set EDI text. The string is going to be general cat list. The source is going to be called timer, and the string is going to be blah for now. Just so we have that model. So that's going to get us that. And then we want to use this Twitch get pre-roll time. It's going to be an int. And I think it's going to be seconds, but we'll figure that out soon. So we can do cph dot twitch get pre-roll time, and then we're going to set this to an int called seconds. And then here we can do like we did before, $sign, so we can put variables in the thing. We're going to say seconds. And then instead of any of this next ad nonsense, we're just going to go seconds. And I'm missing a colon somewhere. There we go. Can't convert into string. Oh, that's here. We can easily do that. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, compiler, saving compiler. Okay. Did I close out my chat? I think I did. Are we out of ads? Guys, are we out of ads? Are ads done for you guys? Yes, ads are done. Okay. I don't know what we all missed, but basically I added get pre-roll free time. We're gonna see how many seconds that is, and then kind of do some math to try to figure out what's going on. So we don't need this. We can actually just delete it entirely, and then we can just trigger the test. So 1,214. Let's say that is seconds. So what is that in seconds? That's not what I meant. What is that? There we go. So 20 minutes. We just played some form of ad. 1 minute ad every 20 minutes. So that roughly makes sense. Is we have about 20 minutes of free time before pre-roll ads come up. Cool. If I was to run the test again, it shrinks. We're getting less and less. That's a good sign. So what that means is we now can turn off technically the ads. Because in theory, we can go if seconds seconds is less than or equal to, let's say, 100. 100 seconds, let's say 100 seconds is a minute. Let's say 15 seconds. So if we're 15 seconds out, we're going to do cph run, actually, what is it? Add. There's a command to run ads. What is it? Twitch run commercials, of course. Obviously. Twitch. Why are you saying it doesn't exist? That might be problematic. Nope, there it is. And we're going to say run 60 seconds. And that should get us 20 minutes back. And when we do that, we're going to go bot dot post to all Twitch. Actually, we're doing this properly. Sorry, YouTube, you're not going to see this message, but you guys don't want to see this message, actually. If I can type it right, cph send message. This should be sent to Twitch. We're gonna, that's not the symbol, there you go. False on the bot usage, false on the fallback. And we're gonna say running a 60-second ad now. And then we can do a cph wait 60 times 1,000 to get milliseconds. And then we should be able to go ads are done. Ads are done. So now we have that. Else, if we aren't there yet, then we're going to update the timer. And we're just going to update the timer. Because I'm going to set this to a timer itself. So that all worked. That's a good sign. And if we were to test it and go back to my OBS, it looks like we have like 900 seconds, 978 seconds. Let me zoom into this so that it's easier for people to, or at least me to see it. Actually, yeah, we're zooming. Actually, no, we'll open a projector, a new window. Oh my gosh, that is the worst color on color. Open, click away, open a projector here, new window, there we go. Now we can see that as it updates. So now I guess the question is, how do we create a timer on the new one? Where is timers? They're here. There you go. So we're gonna add a Twitch add timer. And I'm debating on if I wanted to count down every second, every 5 seconds, whatever. We'll do every second for now. It's gonna repeat. It's gonna be on. So now that's working. Now we can go back to the action. And in here, we're going to create a new thing. I think it's in the core. Yeah, timed actions. And we're going to do Twitch add timer. So now, every second, it counts down. Woo! And now, in 879 seconds, Twitch will get an ad. YouTube, you were not getting an ad, which is nice. But yeah, so this is what the code's doing. The bot actually isn't being used right now, but I use the bot for other things. So we get the pre-roll. This is how much time we have left to keep pre-roll, to be free of pre-rolls. I should put a comment there for that. Time seconds remaining for free pre-rolls. There we go. If it's under 15, we're going to run a 60-second commercial, and everything else should be good. There's one last step we need to do, and that is turning off these ad managers. So that should turn off everything, including this. Select, have ad manager. Nope, we've turned off the ad manager. So now ads are completely under my control, and we'll see if it triggers at the right time. Let me get this so it's up always on top so that we aren't losing track of it, and we'll just put it right there in the corner. You guys can easily see it. It's right above me, right there, how many seconds Twitch has until the next ad. But I can't see that. I see my screen. So that should work, and that'll be nice. We'll wait until 15 seconds. So let's see if we can make the clip command do anything more interesting. So we determined that the creator name doesn't matter. The title can be the user that requested it. So let me show you another thing. So let's say you're like, I don't know how data is coming in. You can go into history. And as you see, we now have a boat ton of Twitch managers. Let's stop that. Twitch manager, we're going to go in here, exclude from pending history. There we go. We never have to worry about that. We still have a boat ton here, but that's fine. But we ran our clip command, and you can go in here and see what the variables all were on when we ran the clip command and what happened. But I thought we manually ran the clip command. Maybe that was the second one. Maybe we were looking at the wrong one. Yeah, this one looks less incorrect. Yeah, this is the one I ran. Good day. So this is how it's game broken up. The asterisks are just me protecting potentially sensitive data. So it's just the URLs there. So don't worry about that. But what we're curious about is the user, specifically username. Because what I would like to do is when you run the clip command, I would like to get the user data or the username. So how do I do that for other commands? I think counter has user data, right? Do I ask for the user anywhere in the counter? No. Incorrect. I lied. Shout out definitely have user information. It has target user. But does it have, no, it doesn't have like user that ran the command. The wheel? Yeah, the wheel definitely does because I put your guys' name in there. So there we go. So I grab the username, and that is this guy. No, I grab the user. I don't grab the username. I grab the user. So we'll grab that bit of code right there. And then in the clip, we can tack that on. So when we get the title, we can also I'm just moving a couple of things around. Yeah, so we want to try to create the clip as quickly as possible because if we put a long wait or something in this code, that's going to wait before Twitch does the clipping stuff. So we're going to have clip data, yep, but we need the title. Or no, when we create the clip, we set the title. But what I want to ultimately do is not set the title to just that. I want to set the title to the user name plus that. So we can go get the username, and then here we can go username : title. And I kind of want to also do the platform, which is user type. So we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to call it a platform. If I can spell things correctly. And we're going to call it user type with a capital T, if I remember right. Yeah, user type with a capital T. It's right there. Um, so that will make it say user, user hyphen platform, and then the title that was given. So compile, that looks good. Save and compile. Okay. So now the next question is, let's ask Google, how long can a Twitch flip title be? So it can be 140 characters. Cool. Often under 40 characters. So what we need to do is kind of create a calculation to see how many characters there are, and if there's too many, we're going to truncate it. I think I have code somewhere that does that. I don't recall where. It might be in my actual code. Trunc. Hey, Digivibe! Alas, a real coder on duty. I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. Right above us is a counter counting how many seconds I have left of pre-roll free ads. When that gets to 15, it should trigger an ad for 60 seconds. So you got all that detail now. And it's all controlled. There is no Twitch manager running this right now. So we're going to see how this all works. But I think I need to go into my messages, and I think I need to find the code I use to truncate things. I give chunk size. So if the chunk size is less than that, but I swear I had something that actually just did like dots, like dot, dot, dot. I swear I had a bit of code that did that, but that's fine. We're just rip this type of concept. So we're going to get the size of the message. If the message is over 140 characters, we're going to, I swear I had code that did this. Because I had code that did like, oh, check to see if you have 3 characters in a space. What up, dude? Good to see you. I'm well. Just learning some things with migrating globers and Bork. Been working. This is pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, I haven't looked into global Bork transitioning of global data. I somewhat have some ideas on how you could do it. Like you could write all your globers into a JSON and then have another command that reads that JSON file and puts it into the new global, but I have not gotten to that point yet. Okay, so we know it's 140 characters. We know that's how long this title needs to be. So we can instead now go string title equals this, and then we need to go if, how do you, okay, before we do that, max length 140 characters. There we go. So now I just need to do C# string length. I'll recall how to do that. I'm carving in. I had to use code found in existing C# that I had just adjusted, hoping it works. So LR the variables transfers, but the only difference is they appear as an input as a string, but the values are preserved. Interesting. Yeah, because JSON would string serialize it. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how useful that might be, but that might be a nice little utility plugin for you eventually. It's a great, clean way of transitioning it. Okay, so we're gonna go title dot length is less than or equal to 140 characters. If it is, then we're good. So we actually want if it's greater than 140 characters. Then I need to truncate it, which we can just look up string truncation max length, sure. Okay. I don't care about that. I know the string's going to have something. That's what I was thinking about. Okay. So we should be able to do something like that. Just keep shrinking things smaller and smaller so everything's visible. Okay. So we need to go title is going to equal uh, title dot substring, and we're going to start at the 0th index, the first character basically, and then we want a length of 136. Would that be problematic for something like check in counter love that it's a live countdown? How the heck are you even doing that? Okay. I don't know about the check-in counter. Would it be problematic? Oh, you're talking about the string? I don't know. Because from what I can recall, let's save this. It's gonna be broken, but guys just don't do clips for a bit. From what I recall, when we go to variables, I think all of oh no, they say type in. But I think you can auto type them. So I'm wondering if we were to go try to create a thing. Also, ads are coming up. I can tell. I can see the number. If we were to create a global variable, when you get back from ads, I'll have answers. If we were to set a global variable, we can set the type, auto type. So it would be reading from the JSON. The JSON blob would be a string, but if it's not in quotes, it should auto type to an int. So I think if you have auto type on, that should work. If you're doing it in code, you have cph global set global variable. So here you don't have the auto type. So if you're gonna do it in code, it's a little bit more complicated. But you could kind of do it in a weird roundabout way. I'm curious if I did. Let's try something next time I do clips. Yeah, that's impressive. I hope it works. Oh, I think it will. It's saying it's running a 60-second ad. We just got 60 seconds plus a period of time of it running the ad. So we'll see if it pops out later. It might be colliding right now. It's going to be interesting when it gets done with that ad. So I'm wondering if we'll do clip, and then if I did var, it says object. Perform just got ad within seconds of the chat message in ads now. Woo! Oh, I'm in code. Compile. Yeah, it's not going to do that. Cool. So you should be coming out of ads soon. But if I need to, I don't. So like, I say less equals 10 seconds of the chat message. I'm back. Cool. Ads are done as well. Awesome. And it looks like it updated the timer, so that's great. We can switch over to that. So Digi, I was kind of experimenting while you might have been in ads. Let's save this. Save. So if you were to, so there's a way to kind of do recursive. So let's say you have an action that loads your JSON, and then that action, for every value it finds in the JSON, it calls another action. You then could do where's globals? Globals. You then could do a set globals and have this auto type set, and that should theoretically type it correctly on in StreamerBot. That's my easiest answer. If you wanted to do it programmatically, what I was trying to figure out is like how you could do global set DAW. Here you don't have that auto variable. You have the variable name, the object, and if it's persistent or not. And because you don't have this, it really comes down to, does your JSON retain the data type? So that's going to be the more complicated, more like test-driven design to figure out if that works. I feel like the easiest way is to have a command that loads the JSON into a variable, or it doesn't even, yeah, I guess it does load the JSON into a variable object. And then as long as there is another key in that JSON, grab that key, call another action to say, hey, set this variable to the global using the auto type. I think that would be the more easy way to guarantee a working model. But yeah. So awesome. So ads are working perfectly. And like I said, we have no ad manager now. So I am the master of my domain. So you did say to have the ads pop about 10 seconds prior, so we can easily dump that in here and then do CPH wait 10 times 1,000 because we're doing milliseconds here. And that will at least get the ads done there. But now the fun part of my ad idea is, now that I control the ads, they're all mine. I was thinking I can actually do ad timer that will take in channel points. So where is channel points? Off the top of my head, I don't recall, so I'm going to move this over so I don't show anything of too much concern. Part of subscriptions? No. Community? No. Moderation? Settings? Where in the world is my channel points? Community? No. No, it's not going to be in my analytics. Viewer rewards. There we go. It's somewhere. Channel points are strange. I wouldn't want you to stray from your project. This is getting interesting. Channel points. Yes. So the idea I had, and we're just mock up a fake channel point right now, is right now, let's say it's 10 trillion points. No one's ever going to be able to buy it. But I was thinking I have delay ads. And initially, I was thinking this would have, so pre-rolls. Pre-rolls are in a 30-minute, or not. Pre-rolls are in a 1 hour time every 3 minutes. Every hour I need 3 minutes of time. So what I was thinking is I could do 30-second intervals to do the pre-rolls, which is 2 minutes. So 2 minutes was roughly 12,000 seconds. So what I was thinking is like 12,000 seconds would equal some amount of points. Let's say 100 points for let's say 2,000 points for you to skip 30 seconds of ads. Now again, I'm trying to keep the pre-rolls off. So maybe the next time, if you skipped it, so this would be 0 skips, 2,000 points. And I'm going to put skips here as well. So then if you skipped it once, then you still get the 30 seconds of ad delay, but you've already skipped it once. So we could put 4,000 points here and make like a debt. So right now you're 0 debt. But here you're 30 seconds in debt. And every skip, so from then on, it slowly increases your debt. Again, because I control the ads, I don't have the stupid Twitch restriction of 3 snoozes per stream. I can snooze as many times as I want. So we could keep increasing this. So, for example, I think you guys are getting the idea. 2 skips, 30 seconds, 6,000 points, 60 seconds in debt. See, very clever. Yes. Yes. Oh, we're running ads. Come back in. Wait, why is it saying running ads? Are you guys in ads? StreamerBot, what are you doing? Save and compile. Are you in ads? Oh, yep. That's weird. It said 700 something. That was weird. Hey, think. Yes, ads at the top of chat just went full screen now. Huh. I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have to close Twitch stream to modify the ad manager. Either way. Hey, Saint, if you're in ads, sorry. When you guys get out of ads, I'll continue the discussion. But so we're gonna have ... and then would it be 2 would be 60, 4, 6. So 6 skips, 120 seconds would be, I don't know, 2,000 points. Hey, welcome back. So I'm thinking that my ad manager is still technically running because I started the stream with the ad manager. Because I noticed it was kind of weird, some of the things, like it's at 20,000 instead of 12,000. So now 2 ad managers are kind of fighting each other. Yes. So as you run low on skips, the multiplier happens. And I was thinking, at 60 skips, I increase it to a crazy amount. So like 2,000 points. Okay. This should be points. And this will be 3 minutes of skipped ads. If the viewer pays that insane amount and they skip all the ads for that hour, I am going to then skip all the ads for the following hour and just have pre-roll ads. So if you're a very loyal viewer and you get 2,000 some odd points, or 200,000 some odd points, and you're like, I'm done with ads, I don't want to pay subscription, you can dump all your points in there and get 2 hours, basically, of pre-roll ads only. And I'm like, that would be cool. That would be a neat system to have. And it's completely viewer control. I don't have to skip ads anymore. I can just go, hey, if you don't want the ads, hit the skip. Now, I do think it won't stop an ad which isn't the best thing I want. I'm also gonna turn. I'm gonna turn off some things of the ad manager because right now you guys are getting basically double ads, and I don't want you guys to get double ads. So, I think we are limited to 3 skips a stream. You guys are because you guys are using the Twitch manager. But I'm fairly certain, and this is where I haven't tested everything yet, but I'm fairly certain if I manually run the ads, because I'm not snoozing the ads, I'm manually saying run ads. So if we go into the code, I'm saying run the commercial. I'm not saying snooze a commercial, I'm saying run. So I think Twitch will actually think I want only pre-roll ads, which could screw me over at the very beginning. But after the very beginning, once I get pre-roll time built up, I think from then on, I'm in complete control of when I show ads, when I don't show ads, which means this idea could work. And it'd be an engaging system for the viewers to be able to go, hey, we're in a deep discussion. It's worth 6,000 points for me to skip the next ad. So that's gonna be the tough part. Also, hey Saint Seer, I said hey to you during the ads, but also you guys came in. Let me do some shout outs. Let's see if the shout out code's working. StreamerBot is like not happy with me having chat open and doing code editing. Okay, let's do Digi. Oh wait, I don't have I have to manually do it. Okay, shout out Digi5. Let's do that one. Does it work? I'm not seeing the advertisement. Hi. Shout out. Why are you not working? It did. Oh, it's not going to show up in history. It did do everything. 10 point, build, channel point, free air to never had ads. Okay. So did it actually produce that card? And did I see it? I didn't see the card. Did it do bad? It might have did bad. Oh. No, it did show it. It just is in a weird moderated state. Dang it. Did it show it in the stream though? I don't know if it showed it in the stream. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see the card? Hopefully you guys did. We're doing a Saint one. Because yeah, everything should be good. Shout out Saint Seal. I did see it up in the
drop my pretzel on the ground.
Sadly, I can't see it. I only can hear it.
I can't pick it up because I'm a fish.
Oh, he's making music. Saint Seal's making music. Yeah, I'm looking at a different screen. That's why I don't see the
on the ground.
That's some beautiful vocals. There's Saint Seal's card. And yeah, you can grab it from Discord. Awesome. Cool. So shout outs are working at least. I was really scared. I was like, I thought I had that fixed. I thought I did that this weekend. Okay, where were we? Twitch ads, yes. So now we need to create the rewards and the system. That's gonna be fun. So we're gonna say I guess it will. How does this work? It's 10 minutes. So yeah, we're not doing it. Snooze, ads for the next for an additional 10 minutes. So ads will get snoozed an additional 10 minutes. You don't give me time. Only future viewers request or skip the. I don't know what that means. We don't really need a cooldown either. We're at a small cooldown. Actually, I'm gonna have to do this on StreamerBot. Cancel this because StreamerBot wants to have control on that. So let's drop some ideas into the code so that I don't lose those ideas. There we go. Compiler, save and compile. Good. So sadly, Twitch Ad Manager is handling stuff, but we go to platforms, Twitch, and here. Nice. Discord link's not working for me. Might be a me thing back in ads at the moment. Yes, you are. What the error message on Discord might be. Oh, you're back. Ads were short. Yeah, so I'm curious what the error might be. Just giving you times, just giving you timestamps. Oh yeah. I mean, I think right now the ad manager is relatively being managed by Twitch. I think I actually have to close down my stream and start the stream back up. And if you guys want, I can do that. But it's up to you guys on if you're okay with the possibility of me shutting down the stream for a split second and then bringing it back online. Okay, channel points rewards, and we're going to create a new reward, and this will be delay ads, or yeah, delay ads by 10 minutes. Add an additional 10 minutes to the countdown to the next ad time. Right now, that can be that. We'll just get a random color. It doesn't require that. Redeem skip queues. I don't know what that means. For cost right now, we're just going to give it a bunch of things. We'll give it, what is it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's like 1 billion points. I don't think anyone in my stream has that. Neither of these, but we do want cooldown. And I think about 15 seconds. See, I kind of want it where you can't trigger this at the same time as another, because that will be problematic. Let's go here. We don't need the clip data anymore. Channel rewards. These are methods. I don't want methods. Need help. Frequent questions. Nope, that's not going to help me. Twitch. Yep. Here it is. Okay. What is paused? Channel point redeems have global cooldown actually. Anything else will have to be done in StreamerBot. Yeah, the issue is that I don't want it where 2 people have the channel points open to delay it 10 seconds and they like bypass getting my brain is going blank. They how do I do this? Nope, that's not it. So like if they open up the emoji only chat, if 2 people open that and I increase the price when the first one's redeemed, it's possible when the other one redeems, either one or two things could happen. It could be at the original price before the increase, or the person could get suddenly flashbanged with an excessive price that they didn't think of. So I'm trying to think of how we prevent that. Pause. Trigger a pause reward. A pause reward will not trigger a redeem, but still be visible if Twitch is enabled. So I guess I guess I just kind of have to experiment with that, wouldn't I? If I have just two streams open, do two commands and see if I increment what the price point will be. We'll see. Experimentation time. Maybe toggle the rural set enable state. That's what I was thinking. Is like maybe I turn it off, but I'm curious if that will kick somebody out if they're in it. So let's do this. We'll make this 1 point for now, and lies. This is the lies. If you spend points on this, you are spending points on lies. I think I have to have 0 cooldown. Should be live update while they're viewing. I can give feedback. Yeah, that's what I was going to experiment with. Okay, so let's create that. So now we have lies. It's a 1 point reward. And we need to go into actions. And we're going to go to tests because that's what tests are for. And we're going to go to Twitch and channel rewards and reward. And where is lies? There is lies. Okay. So now we have lies. It's going to do something. And right now, I want it to do kind of two things. I want it to tell me how many points the person spent on. Just tell me which one is visible, and I'll tell you if it's redeemable after you toggle it. So the issue I have is if you toggle it almost simultaneously, what happens? But let me get some code up and stuff. I just need to see what does. Oh my gosh. Am I streaming still? Hopefully I'm streaming still. My StreamerBot just crashed. Give me a second to open up the other StreamerBot, guys. Do 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 do. I can't see chat. Okay, chat's back. OBS. Everything seems to be connected. So it looks like we just had a short hiccup and StreamerBot decided to take a dive. Okay. Let me verify on OBS that everything is still live here. I didn't hit a hiccup on my stream, but always gotta verify stuff. Nope, everything looks like it came in together. Cool. Okay, so I was before StreamerBot rudely interrupted me. What we were doing, we were going into tests, and I need to add the Twitch thing. Twitch channel rewards, reward redeem, lies. Okay. Let's save that because it looked like it didn't save that last time. Okay. So now I'm curious on triggers. If we go to Twitch channel rewards, so Twitch channel rewards, reward redemption, what do we get out? We get a counter, we get a raw input, redemption ID, the cost. That's what I want. Because I want to see what the cost is when it's triggered. So again, YouTube, you're not going to get this because I'm going to do the lazy way, going into Twitch and doing the send message to the chat. Sorry, YouTube. You're get to see all the details. We want that. You get to see all the gory details. You just won't get to see the response. Don't use my bot. Don't. I guess you can fall back to the broadcaster. Okay. So that should tell me how much you spent on it. But then I need to change the value. Can I do that without going into code? Reward. Yes, I can set the cost. We're going to go to lies. And we're actually going to just do, hopefully this just works. Rewards, cost, percent, plus 1. I don't think that's going to, oh wait, add. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to add the cost to itself. Cool. So now when you hit it, it's going to print out how much you paid for it and then print out the cost itself. So let's save that. Let me go open my Twitch and charge myself some points. Because I'm going to need to open up 2 Twitch chats. I don't need this anymore. This timer is all broken as well. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like Twitch isn't linked up. If I send a message in Twitch, yeah, that's strange. If I send a message on this side. Okay, now it looks like it linked back up. It wasn't linked for you are still live. That most likely because I was having issues at that time. Okay, either way, we're gonna pop out chat, and then I'm gonna refresh the page, pop out another chat. Boom. There we go. Got 1 chat, 2 chats. Look at this, guys. You can see all the chats. Okay. We want that. And we want that. And then if I click redeem and then click redeem, yep, that was my concern. Is if you click redeem very quickly, it can cost you only 1. It should, oh no, it still costs only 1. Maybe my code's broken, actually. Test. Reward. Set reward costs to reward costs. Maybe we'll do that. Add 1 to the reward costs. That's better. Let's try that again. So 1, 2, both of these are lies. Redeem. There we go. Sirlegna has changed it. Try again. And then you go in here and it now says 2. So yes, it does prevent me from rapidly clicking twice. Yay! That's good. That makes that so much easier than me having to code up that. Ah, I was scared. Cool. So if I change the cost, it will work. Cool. Cool. Let's group. Let's actually just delete all this. Yeah, I'm very happy Twitch does that because that would not be the funnest thing to code. Because I don't think there's an API to not redeem, but refund points back to people. Okay, so we can go into Twitch Manager right now. And right now it just runs on a timer, but we eventually can get a reward. We actually can grab some data. Let's grab some data from that test. Reward tests. So yeah, so we can get source Twitch redemption reward. We can actually get the reward name or the redemption ID, reward ID. That might be a more stable thing to get off of it to ensure that Well, no, because this action is only going to be triggered by this. So we only really need to know if the source was a Twitch redemption. Can I copy? No, I don't want to copy both. We'll copy this underscore. Is it underscore underscore source? I don't recall. I know I have it in the code somewhere. It's not in this code. I think it's in the Sirlegna code. Underscore underscore source. Source. Host to source, get source. I think it's my get source function. Get source, source to string. That is how you do that. Okay. So we can get source and then check to see if it's the right source. So this is going to be something along the lines of if this is equal to, I'm going to save that because I need to switch back to the other one. And we're going to copy the value. There we go. And then we go back to actions and back to the code there. So if it's a redemption, that means you did something with that. If it's not the redemption, then that means the timer triggered and we can do the timer stuff. We can get the number of seconds and so on and so forth. Yeah. Yep, 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 and yep. Okay. We're gonna rip the bot code out real quick. Too far. There we go. And we're just gonna throw my custom bot at the very top. So if you redeemed it, then we need to say a couple of things. We need to go, first things first, we need to increase the cost of a redemption. There we go. I do not care about my own stream like that. There was a sub action, it was part of Twitch, and it was rewards. Yep, and it was set costs. And if we scroll all the way down here, there is no C# usage. Interesting. That means I might have to pop out and then use C# for other things. But let's see. Channel rewards, disable, enable, pause, get. Unpause, set, update costs. That's what we're looking for. So we need the reward ID, the cost, and if it's additive or not. It most likely won't be additive because we'll do the math behind the scenes. But cool. So the first thing we need to do is that. If we know we're in a Twitch redemption reward, then we know that there. What did I send to it? I need the reward ID. Then we know that there is a reward ID somewhere. Right there. So we need to get that value. Back to actions, into the code. So we can do a cph, try and get augs, string, reward ID. Out is going to be an int. It's not an int, it's a string. And we'll call it reward ID. Let's not make it too complicated on ourselves. Let's verify it is a string. Yes, it is a string. Cool. So then we can use that to set the cost. So we can go cost 1,000 and that will work. So now the question is, how many points is too many points and stuff like that. I do think 2,000 points is good for a breakdown for 3 minutes of preload, or for an hour preload and another hour preload. So let's start with that. So we'll put our comment in here so that we have details. So 200,000 points equals three rolls for 2 hours. And then we want 30 seconds to be worth something, X. And then the next one is going to be X plus 1. And that's going to be 60 seconds. And then X plus 2. And that's going to be 120 seconds. I don't like that. I'm gonna go down to minutes. So we're gonna have 0.5 minutes, then 1 minute, then 1.5 minutes, X plus 3. That's gonna be 2 minutes. And then X plus 4. And that's going to be 2.5 minutes. Which means when the next ad hits, it's going to need to be 3 minutes long to cover everything, I think. So we start with 0. If you grant this, you get a 60-second out or 60-second ad next. And then, oopsie, let's break this down into easier things. A 1-minute ad. If you break it down to a minute, you get a minute and 30 ad. You break it down here, you get 2-minute ad. And you break it down here, you get 2.5-minute ad. And then last but not least, if you break it down to here, you get a 3-minute ad. So I kind of want the 2-hour pre-rolls to be, or basically the 1 hour almost of pre-rolls to be 100,000. Then maybe I don't want this to be too much higher, so that's going to be the inverse. So maybe 25,000 for that. And then again, I don't want this to be too much higher, so maybe 10,000 for 2 minutes. Maybe 25,000 for a minute, and then 1,000 for one snooze. Let's see how fast people get points. How fast do Twitch channel? How fast do you get Twitch channel points? You get 10 points every 5 minutes. So what's that? 10. Actually, I have math. What am I doing? I don't need a calculator. I can use chat. If I wasn't opening StreamerBot already. Okay, let's save this. We can do math in chat because that's a new command. We can do equals 10 divided by 5 times 60. So you get about 300ths of a point every second of chat. Okay. Sirlegna has abs on his brain. Oh yeah, this is actually coming together a lot better than what I was expecting. So if we go in here and we go, okay, so this is about 0.03 points per second. You know what? Actually, we should do points per minute. I'll do 10 divided by 5. That's 2 points a minute. 2 points a minute. So if you get 2 points a minute, then we now can figure out what these are actually in time, in viewership time. So that'd be about 500 minutes, which is a hair under 10 hours. 500 divided by 60, 8 hours. 8 hours and 3 things. 8.3 hours. And then we can do the same thing here. So, what is that? 2500 divided by 2, because it's 2 points a minute. That's the number of minutes divided by 60. So this is about 21 hours. We're going to just simplify this because it's actually shorter than that. But so then, yeah, it's not going to break easily that way. So what's 10,000 divided by 2? Divide that by 60. So that's 83 hours. Yeah, these numbers I feel like are a little too high. That divided by 60, that's 208 hours. Yeah, these numbers are far too high, I think. 100,000 divided by 2, divided that by 60, that's 833 hours. And this in theory is just double that. So times 2, this is 166 hours, or 1,666 hours. So I feel so now it becomes a number game on how many users are going to pop this. Because if you have 10 users all going to pop it, or no, it's not, because it scales asynchronously to the user. So I can go, okay, maybe every user within, so we have it this way. Let's say every 30 minutes you get enough points to reward one time. And then every 1.5 hours you get enough points to reward 2 times. And then for every so 3 hours gives you 2 pops. We could do 6 hours would give you, oh no, 4 hours gives you, or 2 hours gives you 2 pops. We could do 4 hours gives you 3 hours gives you 3 pops. So that would be an additional hour, right? Yeah, so that'd be 2.5 hours. And then for 4 pops, we could go 5 hours. For a 4 set, I think that would be 10 hours. And then for the big thing, let's do 24 hours for the big one. So every 24 hours you watch, in theory, you'll be able to pop 2 hours off the next 24 hours. That's good. Then how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's 24 divided by 6? Um, Save. Let's do some math. Uh, 24 divided by 6 is 4. So we could drop it every 4 hours. So if you do 20 hours, you get that. If you do 20 minus 4, 16, minus 4, 12, minus 4, 8, and then 4. So for 4 hours, you have to watch basically one of my entire streams to get 30 seconds ad free. I don't like that. Maybe 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So if you watch 1 hour, every hour of my stream, you can get about 30 seconds off. Or you can delay ads by 30 seconds. You're not technically getting them off, you're just delaying. Every 2 hours, you can delay 1 minute. Every 4 hours, you can delay 1.5 minutes. Every 8 hours, you delay 2 minutes. Yeah, that seems fair. Because this is about 1 stream, 2 streams, 4 streams, and then an additional however many streams. 24 divided by 4. An additional 2 streams. So in total, you'd have to watch about a month of my content to be able to hit this major guy. Okay, cool. So now we just do 60 times 2. And that gives us the number of points per hour. So this would be 120. This is 2 times that, so this is 240. This is 2 times that, so that'd be 480. This is 2 times that, so that'd be 16, 8, 9, 60. This is 2 times that, so that would be 18 becomes 19, 19, 20. And then whatever that is. What's 24 times 6? Actually, no. 120 times 24. 288. I like that. I like that breakdown. I think we're going to shuffle it a little bit just because that 720p, 960p. Like, what is the screen ratio? This is where I discontinue math and just go like, what would be humorous? YouTube typical playback ratio. That's not it. 1920, 720, 480. What are all these? Display ratio standards. Yeah. Okay, so if we wanted to continue, we got 960. We could do 1280 or 144. I think 144 is the more typical one. And then we could do, I think 288. I don't know. I know what we could do. Just drop into YouTube, drop into a 4K video. 4K video. That one looks good. Hello, ads. Bye-bye, ads. Come on. I just want to get the video. There we go. So what are the ratios we got? 240, 480, 720, 1080. So that should be 1080, and then 144, and then 2160. So we'll do 1080 here, and then 2160, I think, is 4K. Right? Did I get that right? So 4K, HD, HD, standard, low def, and we'll just do 240 for super low. And now that we have that concept, we could actually give these like funny names. Can I stop having my Chrome disappear on me like that? It's quite annoying. There we go. So now we can give these funny names. So the first one is I don't see a funny name for that one. Okay. We'll start with the high one. So this is typically 4K. So if you're 4K, you get 2 hours of pre-roll things. Then in 144, you get I think 4 HD. I don't know which one of those are. This one's the more standard one. Or what is this? What does the Q stand for? Or quad HD. Okay, fine. We'll get quad HD. Quad HD. And then 1080 is just 4 HD, I think F stands for, right? Yeah, 4 HD. So you can become full HD if you pay that much. And then 720 is just HD. 480 is just, what is this? Full wide videographic array. I'm just going to put 4 VGA. Or actually, we'll just do standard. We'll do 4 standard. And then last but not least, you got standard at 240, which I don't think was standard. What is this called? It doesn't even have a link. That is beautiful. Cool. So yeah, we got point system. We got that sorted out. So now the fun part about this is coding it. So 2 aspects of this code. We're going to need to know how we need to do this. We need to go, this needs to be a variable. Is no, not that one. No, we just need to add time here. So we need to do a variable here. Delay time. This eventually needs to be a global variable. Temp globals. But for right now, we're just doing it manually. So we'll do delay time equals 0. So pre-roll adds plus delay time, that equals 0. I wonder what happens if this gets, imagine it gives us negative. It has to give us negative. I'm doing trust. I might have to do an experiment on that again in a different stream. So yeah, delay time equals that. So when you trigger this, we can immediately just go delay time plus equals 30 seconds. Because we can just go, hey, if you triggered this, you are in one of these categories. So that's that. When an ad is run, we need to do delay time equals 0 again because you ran an ad. That logically makes sense. So now the next question is, how do we know what state you're in? And I think it is we can divide delay time by a number, and that will get us this kind of time thing. So let's just do some behind the cap on the napkin math. If the delay time is 30 seconds, that means somebody has popped this already. That means we're at this level. So if we can figure out a way, if there's a multiple equation here on this math that we can do, which the best way I've figured out how to do that is throw it into Wolfram Alpha. If we go 1 equals 240, actually we can do better than that. 0 equals 240. And we need to do brackets here, comma. 30 is going to equal 480. 60 will equal, yeah, because we're already at 60. So that equals 720. Then we are at 90 equals 180. We are at 120 equals 180. And then last but not least, 150 equals 2160. Nope, I lied. This is equal to 1440. And then what is 3 times 60? 180. Okay, I'm good. It was like, I don't know math. 2160. So now it should give me an equation. It didn't give me an equation. It's because I did the math wrong. Okay, 240, 480, 720, 1080. This should be 144. That's why I was a little confused because I was like, we shouldn't have a 3 minute because at the 3 minute you've already done the magic. Right? Yeah, that's a curve. But there should be a way to get it where they do figure out the curve. Yeah, cool. That's a series of points. That's a series of math. It looks like the math is a little complicated. Maybe I can dump this into Gemini. Have Gemini come up with an answer. What is the equation to solve this line? Gemini is having its sweet time. This did not give me an equation. Nice. Gemini is still taking its sweet time. Okay, I guess I go back to college days and try to do the hard coded math to do this. Nope, nope. It's solving it. Resolve it because I don't want to have to do this hard coded math again. 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 240, 480. Oh my gosh. 720, 1080, 1440, 2160. Calculate. Oh my gosh, I forgot how do I do this? That's 97, 97.6. That, that looks relatively okay. It'd be nice if it could solve a better one. Do I go quadratic? I don't really want to go to quadratic. I'm gonna go linear. Okay, so the equation it ultimately comes up with is y equals, which is the next cost, is going to be 12.2285714 times x, which is the current delay, plus the offset of 102.857142. So this is the equation that gives me the graph I'm hoping for. I think I can do when x equals 0. So this should be about 240. No, this is that. So when it's at 0, this should be roughly 240. It's a little low. That's not the end of the way. Do you play the calculator roguelike still? I played it on stream. I don't play it still right now, but I have played it. I'm not good at this type of math where I'm recalculating a formula. So okay, so it goes 102. We could round. That's fine. Then when we get to 30 seconds, we go 469, which means we're a little under still, which that's still fine. We get to 60. Actually, can I just do this all at once? Can I do will 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150? Yes, I can. Okay. So we're a little low, a little low, a little high, a little high, a little high, and a little low. Let's see if Gemini has come up with a good one. It's saying this one is much more linearly accurate, it looks like. So let's dump this in and see. How bad are these two formulas? I don't need this. I don't need this. So this goes 100, 430, 36, 772, 1181. So this one's kind of like that. It's less harmful. If we go 12, how bad does it get? So this goes 100, 46, 820, 1180, 1540, and 19. I wonder if I were to add about 20 more to this. So this gets 120, 480. This is too high. This is now too high. This is now too high. And then we end at 1920. You know what? It might just be easier to just do a switch statement. I didn't want to, but yeah, it might just be simpler. So we'll just do a switch statement. We can close out this. We can go back. C sharp, which statement. Thank you. Cool. So we'll just do this. So switch. We're looking at delay time and then case. If it's 0, break, and we'll just do this over and over again. No, there's just no good way of copying that. Cool. I guess I could copy it that way. There we go. I think that's all the cases. So if it's 30, if it's 60, if it's 120, if it's 150, and then if it's 180. That's not the delay time we want. We need to times this by the amount of free time we get for it. And I think it's 10 minutes for each of these. So what's 10 minutes in seconds? 600. So it should be actually 600, then 120, and then 180, then 240, and then 3,000 flat. What's 3,000 flat in seconds? 50 minutes. Yep, that seems about right. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. So now, if the delay time is 0, then we need to set the cost to 240. No. If the cost will always get reset to 240. So I actually do need to save this reward ID. Dang it. Okay. StreamerBot. Let me turn off this always on. Okay. We need to actually go into the history and check what that reward is. Yeah. We actually want the value. We're going to hard code the value here. Actions. Yep, this. And we're going to go, this is going to be a hard coded value. We're going to go const string equals, this is a string, and this is going to equal reward ID. So we're not actually going to rip out the reward ID. It's going to just be a constant value hard coded in. And the initial value is always going to get set 2 times. I'm going to have to do this again in the startup, I think, so that it sets it up correctly at the beginning. But whenever it shows ads, it needs to set it to 240. And then whenever you pop an ad, the first time you pop an ad, it's going to be 480. And then the next time you pop an ad, it's going to be 720. The next time you pop the ad, it's going to be 1080. Next time you pop it, it's going to be 144. Next time you pop it, it's going to be 2160. And then if you pop it again, that's where that happens. So that's going to automatically increase this. There should be, I'm wondering, CPH, disable reward ID. Because after that, we're going to disable it, and you're not going to get it back until an ad shows. We should enable it whenever an ad is shown. There we go. So if you do this, then these should just fall back. Yeah. So delay time is going to equal 60 here, or 600. It's going to equal 1200 there, 1800 here, 2400 here. But then on this one, it's actually not going to be 3000. It's going to be 3000. Or no, this one it's going to be 3000. If you were to pay that and do it, then it's going to be actually I'm going to grab this. What is 1 hour minus, or 2 hours minus 3 minutes in seconds? 720. So that gives you 2 hours, right? So you pop this, it gives you another 10 minutes. You pop this, it gives you another 10 minutes. You pop this, it gives you another 10 minutes. You pop this, it gives you another 10 minutes. You pop this, it gives you another 10 minutes. No, we just need hours and seconds. Because that should be, you should have already gotten pretty much an hour free. So an hour in seconds. 360. Yeah, yep. You never get ads again. 360. There we go. So when you pop the reward, if it is the reward, we delay 10-minute increments. And then if you do the full reward, we delay another hour, we disable it, and we're done. Cool. So let's just label some things here. This is this case. This is this case. This is this case. This case. This case, and last but not least, this case. So there we go. That works. Oh wait, we never actually incremented the points. Yes, we did. We updated them. Yeah. Cool. So now the point should be updated. The delay should be updated. And that should be good enough. Yes. Because then it goes into here and we start running commercials and stuff like that. It looks like I didn't update. Oh, no, there it is. There's the 10-second wait before the commercial. Okay. Delay time, we set the price. So let's break this up so it's easier to understand. update the channel rewards. Announce ads, or I guess run ads would be the best way. Run ads. And then we can get rid of this. So let's make sure the logic is sound. We need to make a temp global still, but we load the temp global, we get the reward, and we go, hey, if the reward is if somebody popped the reward, we check to see what the temp data is. If the temp data is 0, we go, okay, this is their first time. We're going to give you 10 minutes for free, or not for free, for 240. Then, if it's your second time, you pop it, you get 1 minute for 480, or another 10 minutes for 480. Then, if you pop it again, you get another one for 720. 10, yep, all of that makes sense. And then if you pop the last one at 2,160 points, you get 2 hours of ad-free, except for pre-rolls. If we're not doing that, then we've been triggered by my ad manager, and we check out, see how much longer we have. If the length of time is less than 15 seconds, including the delay, then we go, okay, you're going to show ads, we're going to enable it, we're going to reset it back to 240, we're going to set the delay back to 0, we're going to say, hey, ads are running. Oh, we need to change the time. How long do they run? Okay. So standard is going to be half a minute. So we actually need to basically get this switch case inside here as well, because we need to do that after the app. So maybe we do this in kind of a reverse order. We can grab that, tab that over. We will run the ad first. We're going to update the ad, or say, before any of that, we're say int old delay equals delay time. We'll update the reward, run the ads, or not run the ads yet. We'll do the switch statement, and that switch statement will determine how many seconds we're going to run ads for. So we're going to do a int runtime equals 30 seconds to start off with. Okay. So now, if you haven't delayed it any, then we don't do anything, you're fine. So we can just delete this stuff and go, you're fine. This should be or delay. Good. If you delayed it once, then we need to do 2 times the reward, or the runtime. And it kind of breaks down into that same pattern. So if you do it here, you get 3 times the runtime. Here you get 4 times the runtime. Here you get 5 times the runtime. And then last but not least, here you get a full 6 times the runtime. But of course, this will be long after you've gotten your bonus, because I've already checked that. So yeah. So 30 seconds here, 60 seconds here, 90 seconds here, 2 minutes here, 2.5 minutes here, and 3 minutes here. Right? One is 30, two is a minute, three is a minute and a half, four is 2 minutes, five is oh no, this should be six. There we go. So I think that works. And then we can just go, this is equal to runtime. This is equal to runtime. And this is equal to runtime. So now we're saying, hey, the ads are running for 30 seconds now. Running 30-second ads now. Ads. We wait 10 seconds to run that so that people get a little bit of an early notification. And then we run it for 30 seconds, so on and so forth, and we're done. Otherwise, we add timer seconds. What is seconds? Seconds are that. Yep, that makes sense. We should do seconds minus 15 because 15 is the breakpoint. So if I don't do seconds minus 15, then it won't actually ever hit 0. It'll get to 15, and then it will just start showing ads 10 seconds later. So we could actually adjust this. We could go 10, and then we can go 10 here. Actually, we'll do it the other way. We'll go 15. We won't have this here. And we'll do 15 here. Which kind of makes me want to do a constant for that. Just in case I want to change that constant. Offset or int offset add delay second. We'll do 15, and then we can just use that bit of code everywhere where we did the 15, and then we won't have magic numbers. We still have a bunch of magic numbers, but a little less magic numbers. There we go. So that will work. That all should work. So now it's just getting this temporary global. So we can do cph try to global get global bar. We want it as an int, and the string should be Twitch delay. Twitch add delay. I don't want it to be persistent. Only because I don't want it where you can kind of piece together it. So we get that. We need to set this to delay time. This needs to be an int. So we go that, move my constants up to the top just because that's how I was trained to code. So now we can go 4. We get the delay time. We don't need this thing anymore. So we get the delay time. And when we are setting it, we set it a bunch of places. So after all of this, right before we exit out, we should do, or no, we don't want to do it in every place. Because if it's this one, we don't want to do it. So if we're running ads, we need to cph.set. Actually, can I do a getter setter in C? That'd be the nice way of doing this. C sharp, get set. How do you do that? So we define a property, and that's how we do it. Okay, cool. Um, it's a growth way where we have to do it in both ways. That's fine. I don't like it, but that's how can I make this better? I mean, I guess we only need to set the value, and whenever we set it, we should update it. And it just so happens when we set it. Yep, okay, that's how we'll do it. Can I do with only set property? Yes. No getter is provided, it just does the set. Okay, cool. So we can actually, dang it, show me that code. I don't want to try to remember it. Thank you. So we can create a private uh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Okay, so I guess I do have to do both. Gross. Okay, so we're gonna have a private delay time. It's gonna be an int, and then we can have a private int delay time. But this one is going to be a function in itself. It's gonna have a get function, which just returns whatever the private delay time is. But then it's going to have a set function, which is going to be where we do the fun stuff. So whenever we set it, we should do two things. We should say delay time equals the value, whatever the value was passed in. But we also should do cph dot set global vol. I don't know why it's not auto completing. It might be because it needs to be inside this. We might need to grab this and like put it up in here. So we'll do that. Cool. Which I guess I can do that. You can got me. Not particularly. But it's also not necessarily setting it properly. We'll just do it the manual way. I don't like it, but it just means that we're gonna have to go, okay. After this, cph dot set global var. We need the var name. Switch delay. Really? You're not gonna help me on that? Okay. Can you help me now? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Object, it's going to be delay time, and it's going to be false. And then when we set it here, we need to do the exact same thing. And that will ensure that the delay time is always the up-to-date one. Cool. And then I think if we don't get anything, it gives us just the null value, but I don't recall. get global. Return type T. But what if this doesn't exist? What if StreamerBot variable doesn't exist here? It returns a default value of 0. Cool. That is exactly what we want, because that means that when a new stream starts, it will always be 0. We still need to do the update costs manually, but we don't have to deal with the delay time now. The delay time should be automatic in theory. Yeah, delay time should be automatic. So let's get our rewards. We just need these two things. There's a lot of lines that I'm missing colons on. Yep, all these delay time settlers I've missed colons on. Of course it has to be that. All of you I'm missing colons on. And not yet, but soon. Okay, save and compile. That's problematic. Let's disable that. Why are you? Oh, because I'm never setting. Wait. It's saying it's going to run ads. It's saying it's going to run ads indefinitely. It's because when I need to turn off the Twitch ad time. Whenever I get in here, I should turn off the Twitch ad time. Yep, you're going to get a bunch of ads are done now. Twitch timer? No, not Twitch. It's a timer. Disable timer. Twitch ads. Timer? Ads with an S? No, ads without an S. Timer. So we disable that so that you don't get it again. And then right when we do this, we enable it. That is the correct command, right? Enable timer. Yep. And I forgot to put colons again. So yeah, we disable and enable as needed, save and compile, and if I re-enable this, we don't get anything. Good. Because right now, actually no, we are going to get something because the global is still set there. But that doesn't make a lot of sense because the timer above my head should be proper, right? Like it's not, that's not less than 15. Also, I don't know how long it's running these ads or pretending to run ads. Okay. Yeah, it's breaking. There's code breaking somewhere. CPH plus the delay time. Let's have it. I know this is going to be annoying, but send message seconds. I need to make that a string. And we're going to get a few annoying seconds for a little bit, but I just want to see what it thinks the data is. Ads are done. It's saying the data is 0. That's incorrect. Why is the data 0? I'm going to also just disable this timer entirely. Twitch pre-roll is an ad, and then we add it to that. This should be 0. So let's do some more printouts of all the data that we're about to get. So we have seconds. It's composed of that plus this. So CPH, Twitch, get pre-roll, free time thing, and delay time. Saving compiler, tests. 0, 0, 0. Am I live? I'm live. Why is it saying that I have 0 pre-roll time? Have I not ran an ad recently? Let's turn the ads back on and let's just see what happens. If you guys have seen an ad recently, I'm sorry, we're going to add you one more time. I'm going to wait for this to get done. And then we're going to kind of do 2 back-to-back ads. Again, I'm sorry if you've seen an ad recently. Okay, ads are done. I'm going to trigger it. It should be playing ads now. Like, it should actively be playing ads. It's not telling me it's playing ads, but it should be. Oh, now it is. It's saying it's playing ads. Good. Okay. Ads should be wrapping up soon. Okay. Ads are done. We are done. Ads are done. So I should have some pre-roll time. There we go. Okay. So my ad manager must have turned off finally. Because we turned off the ad manager a little bit ago. And it must have finally kicked over. So I must have been doing no ads for some time, is what that's telling me, which is fine. Cool. That means we can now enable this and disable it immediately because now we're doing the math. And we can get rid of this. We can save that, do this, and enable it again. Cool. So now if I go to OBS, time's sticking ahead above my head again. Cool. We're getting it. So now ads have a way for viewers to delay them. And they run in complete control of me. Cool. But it didn't go negative. That is problematic. I know what we can do. So it didn't go negative because it was here. We can... Oh, that's going to be problematic. because we really want this to go negative, and I don't want to try to subtract it because we use these for all sorts of things like how long the delays are going to be. But I guess we're going to need to have, woo, hello, so -1, 0 plus 1. That's what I want, because that means that, or actually, -1 would mean that that math doesn't add up, but close. Zonk, how have you been? So I wanted to get free, yeah, get pre-roll free to be that. We can create pre-roll debt, I guess. Good crunch time at work. Woohoo! Nice. I mean, I guess we could do pre-roll debt, where if if pre-roll is at 0, we could add 1 to the debt, and then it becomes delay plus pre-roll plus delay minus the debt. We then also have to clear the debt. That's not good. You can run your own ads? Yes, that is what this experiment is doing. I'll give you a quick rundown. So the idea I had, it's taken me a little longer than I expected, was to turn off my ad manager completely. And above my head is a countdown to when the next ad is needed to do to avoid pre-rolls and to get me the 55%. Okay, which is every 3 minutes. So the idea is I can't snooze more than 3 times in a stream, but I can control all my ads. So we've been coding up. Let me hide this bit. We've been coding up the initial half of this that goes, if you have pre-roll time remaining, don't care. If you don't, if you get to a point where an ad's about to show, we go, hey, don't worry about this. This is all that stuff. We go, hey, figure out how long we need to show the ad, and then show that ad for that long. Okay? Otherwise, update the lower marker above my head. And we do that consistently. But then the next idea I had, I should be able to refresh my power-ups and now show it. The next idea I had was this, the live delay ads by 10 minutes, which gives a channel reward to viewers to delay any ad of mine by 10 minutes. And the idea I had with that is you can delay up to is it 2 minutes and a half, 2.5 minutes? Might be 3 minutes. I have to look at the code exactly to remember. But you can delay up to 2.5 to 3 minutes. And if you delay one more time past that, then you've surpassed the hour. You've delayed 6 times. You've basically had an entire hour without. And then it shifts to allowing 1 hour pre-rolls as well. So the ad videos play through your PC, or are you controlling when Twitch plays? I just control when Twitch plays. So I just control that. I could make mock ads and advertise that during real ads, but that's a lot. So that's the idea, is you as a viewer will be able to pop this reward one day and delay any ads for 10 minutes or add 10 minutes to the existing delay. The problem that has come up is this doesn't become negative. So what we really need to do is figure out how many times we've had just a delay. And if we've had just a delay, then we need to store that as well. Great. Lovely. So I don't like putting so many things in here, but that's fine. We just do this again down here and go if oh that's neat. Although I don't mind watching ads for your stream for uh, the promo if you're doing something exciting is real though. And that's the idea is I feel like 90% of all my ads I'm doing boring stuff. Like I'm reversing tra- backtracking through a level. No one's going to care about a 30-second ad as I backtrack through a level. But if I'm going against the big bad, then you guys can now drop points to go like, hey, I don't want ads for the next 10 minutes because it's an important thing in my opinion. And you can tack those on and potentially get 2 free hours of ad frees. Not 2 hours of ads. But so I like the idea that I don't have to determine what is a fear of missing out. You guys can go, ooh, I'm interested in what's about to happen. I don't want to see ads. And maybe I give a notice 5 minutes up to the ad to tell you, hey, ads are about to play or something like that. But for right now, we're just going off of a like 15-second notice. So not a lot of time, but something. So if seconds is equal to delay time, that basically means that the pre-roll is at 0. And if that's the case, then we need to do two actions. We need to do this, and we need to get pre-roll det. We need to get the pre-roll det. We'll call that pre-roll. We'll call that pre-roll det as well. So we get the pre-roll det, and we increment that. We go plus equals 1. And then we subtract the pre-roll det from the sentence. Although I'm supposed to overthrow the crown in my lifetime. Yeah. Uh, Again, it's trying to figure out ways to interact with Twitch in a way that YouTube doesn't get attacked in any way. Because like I was thinking about porting commands that I already have over to Twitch rewards, but then YouTube doesn't get that second point system nor a simple click to execute commands. This is something that is Twitch specific that I can code up for Twitch and they can do stuff. Oh, sorry. I just ranted for during ads. I need to remember that first comment is ads are actually running. What I was saying is basically I don't want to put YouTube commands in my command system, exclamation point, commands and stuff to be Twitch rewards because then that's a different point system and it's an easier click to run command, which is unfair to YouTube. So I'm trying to think of commands that are fair to Twitch because Twitch is the only one that really get affected by them. So ads are a Twitch only thing. YouTube doesn't get ads on stream as far as I know. So we go pre-roll det plus equals 1. Then we go seconds minus equals pre-roll det. And then we go pre-roll det, or sorry, we go CPH set global variable. We do pre-roll det. Here will be pre-roll det, and it will be false. So now you can actually go into det. That will be updated and updates the seconds. And then when we play an ad inside this, we just need to say, actually, we could do it right at the top here the same time we do this. We can just say this is also equal to 0. And we could actually simplify both. Yeah, we can simplify both of these and just go that, and then we don't need this, and then or det just becomes delay time, right? Yeah. Yep. There we go. So we set the delay time back to 0. We set the pre-roll det back to 0 when an ad occurs, and that means now the math. If you have a delay of like 600 seconds and you've gotten to 400 seconds, seconds will be 200. That's not enough for the off delay, so that will go there. And seconds will be the same there because seconds are set up here. So, and I forgot a couple of colons in places. That's not the right place. Okay, save and compile, save and compile. Okay. So we have about 400 seconds right there. If I needed to, what do I want to do? I guess I just need to enable it at 240. And that should be enough to get it working. So channel point rewards, lie, delay by 10. This will no longer be a lie. It'll be delayed by 10. It'll be 240. It doesn't require anything. And that should be good. So if we save that, minimize this, and then show off my screen so I can see how much time we have. Come on. There we go. Clicked away and now it's gone. There we go. Let's get this locked so I can see the time always. And then if I go to my Twitch, yeah, I guess I didn't need it. I see the time on the Twitch. That's fine. So now if I go to here and go spend the 240, we should get 600 milliseconds added. No, because I never enabled it on StreamerBot. I enabled the command, I updated the command, but I never actually went to the action to have it read the command. Twitch rewards, reward redemptions, delay ads by 10 minutes. There we go. Now, if I spend my infinite points on this, it still doesn't look like it did anything. That's not what we want. Let's see the history. Yeah, because it didn't do anything. It didn't look like it ran. That's because I'm excluding it from history. I shouldn't do that. Okay, once again, let's delay the ads. Didn't do it, but now we should be able to see it in the history. Yeah, there we go. Problem, I don't know which one it is. So let's add that back to the exclude. And we get to go through the history real quick. Is there any that have a significant time complexity change? This is under 100. Those are under 100. This is almost 130. Let's try that. Nope, this was a timed event. Timed event. Timed event. Timed event. Timed event. One of these. Can I add columns? No. Timed event. Event. Hey! Actually, I could have seen it with the variables. Okay. So we got the Twitch reward. And so I guess that now it's grab this as a table and dump this into Excel. Okay, let's go pump that into Excel real quick. Yep, that's fine. Okay, okay, cool, beautiful, awesome. Now I can close out that and we can go through the code and see what might have happened. Okay, so we got the reward ID. Okay, I want my Excel to stay up, please. Thank you. We got the reward ID. That is the right one. Cool. Delayed. That's fine. We theoretically got a timer. If not, we got 0. We created the bot. Not really needed, but fine. We get the source string Twitch. This might not be true. So let's just print that out real quick. I don't want a bot. Send message. It's a 2 string, so it should just be fine. Oh yeah, I need to put a colon. There we go. Save and complete. Miscellaneous. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How do I stop you now? Miscellaneous, stop. Let's just get rid of that. Compile, save and compile. There we go. Sorry for the spam, guys. Okay. Let's instead do it by hand instead of whatever this get source to string. Let's just do it the other way. We'll just do the old-fashioned cph try get args. I need a name. That's not the name. And then I need the out value. There we go. Out as a string. Card source, I guess. Okay, compile, save and compile. Okay, so I just added it where I just hard code it to go like, hey, get the reward ID. We'll put that as source and see if that works. So let's not exclude from history. Now we're going to get spammed with history again. Let's clear this history so it's a little bit faster. And then let's go and add the delay. Nope, it didn't add the delay. So let's exclude this from history again. And then let's go look at our 45 variable one. There you are. So I said source. I should have said the other one. I should have said it a different way. That's why that didn't work. Yeah, I said reward ID. I'm an idiot. I have the reward ID. I need to get the source. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Guys. I'm an idiot. I had the source. We're getting the history. Clear that. Go here. Go to delay. Redeem. Did it actually trigger? No. Go here. Go to actions. Exclude. Action. No. Action history. There we go. 45. Source. Twitch redeem. Reward redeemed. Copy value. Why are you not getting that? Yeah. Okay. CPH. Is there a set arg? Yeah, set arguments. My data. What is that? Please give me the source. Okay. And now it won't spam chat, but I'll at least be able to see it in here. Okay. Let's exclude it. Delay. And then let's look at the system again. Let's exclude this. History 46. That's a good sign. My data is empty. Interesting. Shouldn't be empty. I mean, it is like, oh, well, I think I know what I did. Did I put the bracket, the parentheses? Yep. That only works if you're in the thing. So let's exclude this from history, go to the history, clear this, and let's go in and buy ourselves a delay. Nope, still didn't trigger it. Nice. I'm so close, but so far away. Let's exclude this from. We'll just keep it in history. There's no point in jumping back and forth. Okay. Oh, except I can't click it. Yeah. Give me. Okay. We do need to exclude it from history. I just can't click it. It's doing it every second. Okay. So we got the Twitch rewards, and my data is Twitch redeem rewards. So both things should have happened. Let's copy all of this as a table and dump it in here and see what we get. So we got my data now. Okay. So we got through the first if statement. So we're in here. We have delay time. Delay time is going to be one of these. We can quickly kind of check in our global non-persistent. Delay time is 600 right now. Oopsies. Did I just? No, I didn't close out. I just minimized it. Okay. So we have 600 delay time, which isn't the right amount. I mean, I guess it is, So no, that means it went through here and added the delay time. So that's good. We updated the global. That's good. That's all fine. But at least in my OBS, it didn't, or at least on stream, it didn't look like it added. Oh no, it looked like it did. So maybe it was just delayed. How much is the points right now? Yeah, it's delayed, I think. If I do it again, redeem. There we go. Yeah, it's delayed. Cool. So we aren't gonna have ads for a little bit, but then we're gonna have a massive block of ads, and theoretically that will be the end of the stream if that all worked. Oh, I think that worked though. It'd be nice if I could speed it up, but that's fine. We can look into the clip command I think I was working on before getting distracted again. We'll put this here so that we can see the count, or at least that I can see the countdown. Okay. So the clip command. Yeah, we were doing that. So I want to add if it's 360, I want to do dot dot dot. That's 3 characters. 104. Sorry. Menu. 140 minus 3 is 370. Or 137. There we go. So we do that. The title now has that, and now we should be able to get that. So let's do that bit of code. Yep. Compiler, saving compiler. Okay. I'll just do it here. So if I go clip, this is a really long title, and it really should be truncated down to I don't know, maybe 137 characters or something like that. Dot dot the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. It should be creating a clip now. Hopefully. Up there's the clip. Yeah, so if I click this, we get the clip. Nice. It actually just took it all. That has to be longer than 137 characters. Yeah, it says 119 characters are required. It took it all. That's broken. I shouldn't have done that. Why did it do that? If the title length is is greater than 140 characters, set the title to the substring plus these things. Is that is this valid? Google. Is this valid C sharp? Yes. Title 37 plus this or that. So whoopsies. So that should have worked. Why did it not work? That's the next question. Um, so if the title is greater than 140 characters, then we truncate it. Let's just do bot post to all curly brace title, and we'll do curly brace. We'll do colon, and then did it get reduced or not right here. And then I just need to make sure it's not the bot. So false, colon, there we go. Let's see what happens now. We'll do a very similar clip. False. How are you false? That's not correct. Something is not happening correctly. Give me the link. I'm going to have so many dead clips. Copy this clip command one more time. It's 140 characters on the dot. Yes. Wait, it is truncated. It is saying it's truncated. Create clip. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. What am I creating the clip with? I'm creating it with the non-truncated title. There we go. There we go. I should clean this up. I should say something like username on platform created a clip here. Yeah, that's better, cleaner. Okay, save that. One more clip down the line. I'm gonna wait for the other clip to happen so that we aren't dealing with that. We have 900 and some odd seconds left. We technically should be in Odette now, right? We go to view global persistent. Yeah, look at that. We're collecting debt. That's good. I am quite happy. Quite happy with all that. I don't think the other clip command's coming. Uh, actions queued. Yeah, there's none queued. There might just be too many. Okay, we'll try it one more time. And we'll just put a hello at the front so that it's clear that this is a different one. Hello. Okay. So we're running another clip. It should clip it. I'm not seeing the clip. It's no longer impending, but it did run. My game blocked by Twitch. Twitch is like, whoa, too many. Let's open up the logs for me. What's today's date? Today's 10th. Didn't do it. I just saw the log update and I was like, ooh, did they update on me? Yes, I know it's updating all the time. Um, Twitch ad, Twitch ad, Twitch ad. Bunch of Twitch ad logs. So many Twitch ad logs. The logs are going to be so full with this Twitch ad system. Here we go. Clip. Right? Do, do, do. Inline code. Execute. Dictionary. I don't know what this is yelling at me about. I don't know which command. It's saying Twitch ad manager had an error. That seems weird. Let's see if I can find clip. There. Oh no, that's clipboard. I guess I need to go the other way in the data. Okay. There. Here's what we're seeing in the clip. Call the clip, triggers the command, it's initiated. So YouTube, yep, performing a non-blocking clip. Code was flagged. Code has been flagged as a dirty for destroying instance. Interesting. Did it do that before? I mean, it looks like it always has done that. Okay. Well, we can make clips less. Well, no, clips are all being stored on the history. So let's see. No, it's not showing. Okay, we'll do another clip and see what happens. Maybe it doesn't like that I copied paste it. I don't know. Clip. Does this work even? I mean, I have like 736 seconds to find out if my clip command is working correctly or not. This is high pressure. Yeah, it's not getting added to the history. Is it impending? It's impending. Okay. Hey, it hit. It actually did it. Good. I don't like that there's a colon here, but we can fix that. Let's see if it actually did it properly. Yeah, look at that. It put your name, it put who it is, it put what the thing is. It's 40 characters too long. So it's actually 100 characters that it should be. Okay. That's fine. We can do that. We can fix that. That is a thing we can actually go in and fix. So we create the clip, but we need it to actually be 100 characters. And then I'm just going to do this as math. It's actually, we're going to do it as a constant. Constant max length of title equals 100. And then we can do max length is here. If it's greater than the max length, then max length minus 3 characters for the length of this. And then that should get me that. Why did it put, I put a colon here? Because I put a colon there. Down here. Oh. Saving compiler. Okay, let's do one last clip command, 100 characters. That's all we need. Hey, flip. Hey guys, this is a working clip command. Yay! It works on YouTube as well. I'm actually going to take that and actually run it on YouTube. It works on YouTube as well, which is great. 100 characters. Okay, so in theory, the clip command has been triggered on YouTube. And if we go in here and go to pending actions, we see the clip. Look at that. Sirlegna on YouTube created a clip. And if we click that, we get it. Look at that. That's beautiful. Awesome. Cool, guys. We got clips working. Cool, cool, cool. I think the only thing left is really to watch if the ads come up, which we have a global variable right here. So we got about another 10 minutes of that. Let's see if we can clean up the clips. So I wanted it where if you call the clip, it clips it, and then I wanted, oh, I know what it was. I have a cooldown on this command. I have a cooldown. That's why. I have a global cooldown of 45 seconds. I bet that's why I couldn't do it. So, okay, that's fine. So you can clip it. You have 45 seconds. Is there anything in here? We can exclude this from the history now. It doesn't need to be on any specific thing because it's just going to get queued up. If the queue is paused, nah, it should be fine. We should. So it kind of doesn't post the link until it has it. So we should put something here that says something along the lines of both bot post to source, creating your processing your clip command. So then it does that. We could actually do this at like the very beginning, I guess, or we need the bot. So we can do it right after creating the bot. We're like, hey, we're processing your command. We're going to process it, and then we're going to pop a link out. So that should work. It's a little longer of a stream than I expected, but we got the Twitch manager actually working, and we got it where it's working with. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to do. I need to grab some source code here. Where is it? When we do this, when we enable and add the cost to be 240, that needs to be inside my stream startup code as well, so that when I'm starting the stream, I can go, hey, oopsie. I can go, hey, the reward ID need to be this. I also need to get the reward ID from here. And that will ensure that at the beginning of every stream, it costs a cheap amount. There you go. Compile, save and compile. There we go. So yeah. So let's see. We don't need to set my data here anymore. So quick rundown on how this works. Let me like split screen this correctly so we can see everything properly. There you go. There's the number of pre-roll seconds you have left. So how does this work? The general sense of what this does is it goes in right here. And we go, hey, if there's some pre-roll time by number of seconds, then we check to see, we have an offset delay of 15 seconds just so that we can run through the rest of this. We turn off the timer because we're about to show the ad, so there's no point in counting down further. Um, and then we enable the ad. Sorry, no, these are reward stuff. Don't worry about that. Then we run the ad, which typically will be 30 seconds. We say, hey, we're about to run an ad for 30 seconds. We wait the offset just so that people get a little bit of notice. Then we run the ad for 30 seconds. We wait until the ad is done. And then we say ads are done. And then we start the timer back up. Otherwise, we put the timer up in a lower thing that's there. I'm going to clean that up once I'm done with stream. But yep. So I might make a independent stream for, or not independent stream, an independent video on that system. What's your guys' thoughts? OBS, where are you? There you are, OBS. Eight clips I get to go through and check. But okay, we're almost there. So let's start getting this raid stuff set up because once the ads are started, I'm gonna raid out. What I missed? You're working on clips now? So I was working on clips. We had a small issue. I got it working. We're kind of just waiting for ads to clean up. So right now you have 160 seconds before the next ad. The channel rewards are working now. I had to add a pre-debt thing to keep count of how much we're in debt. And yeah, that's that. So I might make an independent video on how the new Twitch ad manager works, because this one's been really all over the place. And the clip command, this is what I got for the clip command. Basically, I haven't had any issues with the create clip command when it works. I have a small cooldown of 45 seconds, which I think I was hitting, but when it works, it just puts in the chat, as you can see. So, and we should be in ads in about 100 seconds. So let me go find somebody for us to raid into. Following, who is streaming right now? Whoa, there is a low ton of people streaming right now. Saint's streaming. We could go to Saint's. I don't know what Saint is streaming, but got some Overwatch, Elden Ring, games and demos. That's dope. You said a video on how to do it is coming soon. Yeah, I could theoretically make a simplified version of it. One that would work really only for Twitch and not have any of my special code in it. I might do that. I might be on vacation, or I'm gonna be on vacation in a couple of weeks, so might clean it up and make a proper video on that. Let's see. The black one's streaming. Oh, there's so many good people. I haven't raided into Emerald Meadows recently. Raided into George. I think that's who we're gonna raid into. I think we're gonna raid into Emerald. In theory, the ad should have triggered. Nope, nope, we're about there. 10 seconds. True, you sound cool. Good stuff, dude. Thank you. Let's see if the ads trigger. The ads are triggering. You guys are in a 90-second ad. We're gonna raid out though. Oopsie. That is YouTube. Twitch has no clue what I said. Oopsie. I'm just dropping things. Okay, let's get this raid going. I know Twitch can't hear me. Twitch is stuck in ads, but it's good. Raid. Emerald, where are you? My stream deck is empty. Come on, raid. There we go. Getting people. Let's go. Where is Emerald? There she is. There we go. Hey, again, thank you guys for hanging out for almost 3.5 hours of stream. Remember to hit the thumbs and like button if you have it on YouTube. On Twitch, if you ever feel kind, you always can hear. Looks like we're doing like 15 minutes of stream audio plus ads or ads including. Okay. So, yeah. What do we do next? Most likely Mario Party. Saturday. We're going to be Super Mario Party. Welcome back from ads, guys. We're wrapping up. Remember, if you haven't hit the follow button on Twitch, it helps a lot. On YouTube, it's a more multi-step process. It's hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell button. That's the only way to really be notified. Beyond that, thank you for doing it. Like I said, Mario Party Saturday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight. But I know we're getting close to that time, so one of them. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and schedule. Got stuff for me. Hi guys.
5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2,
1. Bye guys.